they take the route of the Nightmare on Elm Street ending. So Laurie's in the car, and maybe she's going away, you know, and Allison's like watching her,
waving, and then Michael comes out with a knife through the
and
door.
then and pulls her through the door exactly, and then like, yeah, dude, there it is. You know, we're combining everything at this point.
Let's do it.
And this is the cool part, which I actually want to read that first because you've been talking about this for literally the whole time we've been making videos again. And here it is. Where's it at? Let me find it real quick. Sorry, man. I got notes everywhere. Like I said, I write everything down. So
I'm looking through some of the comments that we're gonna obviously have to.
Oh yeah, here. Sure. I'm trying to find us. I wrote this down. I thought it was super cool just because how the dude said it, and like I said, it sounds like real reminiscent of what you've been saying too. Let's see, who the hell is it? Oh, here it is. This is just a statement I found in one of those Halloween chats, and I thought it was really cool. This is my favorite part when it comes to Halloween, where we are now from the day the trailer drops to release. The theories and speculations, the group is on fire. And in a way, I dread release day because this could very well be the last time for a while that we get to enjoy this road to Halloween. Enjoy this while you can, fellow Halloween maniacs. And you've been saying that for the past couple months.
Yeah.
That this is going to be the last trailer we get. This is going to be the last poster we get for a while. This is going to be the last time that we get to really discuss these, you know, and jump into it.
We've got to do this 3 times. I mean, and you know, I'm kind of sad that we didn't have a regular, you know, show to do. You know, I'm happy that we're here now, but it's
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of us feel that way, you know. And like I said, you've been saying that for the past several months. So.
It's the whole experience, you know. That
it is, yeah.
Because it's gonna go from this to it's gonna go from this to okay. Looking at this as just another series of movies in the past, the same way we look at, you know, H2O or Resurrection or Halloween, you know, 4, 5, and 6, or you know, or even the, you know, and then eventually something's gonna come along. Who knows what it'll be, and then it'll be, you know, and who knows if it'll be as good either.
That's
like
true too.
For all the complaints and everything else about this trilogy, like this is the most I feel like this is the probably the coolest trilogy we've gotten.
Yeah.
When you look, you know, and compared to the other sequels.
Yeah. So I got a couple other theories that kind of go along with that statement from that dude. Whoever is at the beginning of the trailer is not Michael. And Laurie looks off. Probably a film set, someone making a movie about the killings going meta like Scream.
That is an interesting idea.
Now, and you know what? At first, now, I'll be honest with you. If I'd have read this comment a few months ago, I would have laughed at that and said stupid. But the fact that she's writing a book, maybe there's a movie attached to the book too.
Yeah.
You never know. Okay, so that could make sense too.
Yeah.
Second, putting someone's hand in a garbage disposal does not seem like a Michael Myers move. That indicates that it either isn't Michael or his motives have somehow been altered. He typically goes for killing, not maiming his victims. I think at this point, Michael just wants to fucking kill Laurie any way he can. She shot his fucking fingers off. He's going to maim her fucking hand too. You know what I mean?
I could see him doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something, you know, whatever. Again, we're used to Michael from 78. Shit, if he can find a garbage disposal in 78 and put your whole fucking body in it, he would have done it. You know, whatever.
Truth is we don't know what he will or won't do.
Right. Except for he won't kill babies. We do know that much.
At least not that particular baby. Yeah.
Right.
He finds a baby he doesn't like, all bets are off.
Exactly. Lastly, I don't think the points about 2 killers or about this new actor have any validity, whatever.
Validity.
Yeah, that works too. What he said. They didn't.
I wouldn't have been able to do that last week.
Right. They didn't show a single shot of the mysterious new actor, or did they? Because I feel like they did. But that's okay. Let's flip the page here real quick. And Michael who was in a mental institution for almost an entire adult life, does not care about having children like everyone claims he does, could not in any possible way have a son or a child of any kind. This is Laurie versus Michael one-on-one. Just my opinion, but this is shaping up to be the franchise's crowning achievement. Okay, interesting tidbits throughout there. I don't know. This dude says, watch the teaser trailer numerous times already. Looks good from the whole minute you get to see. There is an extra 16 seconds in there too, just saying. What I haven't seen in a single mention of this one you'll laugh about, and who I think could possibly be the person opening the door with the full hand intact, dressed as Michael Myers, is Karen, Judy Greer. Because we have to people keep speculating it. And that is why Laurie looks shocked in that part of, in particular. She's in the cast and is part of the movie going by tweets and social media. The movement of that person going up the stairs and opening the door does look very feminine. And let's see, hold up a second, because I can't even read my own fucking writing here because I was writing it so quick. They're saying that it looks very feminine, the movements, and it just doesn't look like Michael either. And it's just puzzled me that no one has mentioned her one bit.
Because she's dead.
Thank you.
Listen,
thank you.
I agree that's probably not Michael.
Well, yeah, we've all, that's pretty much the general consensus. You know, it's something that we didn't talk about.
Everything else in that is.
Yeah. Something that we didn't talk about, and I wanted to point this out too, and I know the ATG guys said this too. The breathing in that opening segment is definitely
that too. It's different.
The
I could see that being. I could see the movie opening like that, and then they get into a tussle, and then you hear cut.
Dude, and I'll tell you what, again, if I'd have read that a month ago, I would have said that's stupid as shit. But now it kind of, with knowing that she's writing a book, it really does kind of make sense.
Yeah. But then, I mean, there's so many clues that that's that Corey kid.
Right.
You know, so yeah, it's like, which one is it?
Again,
you know?
What if this Corey kid is a fucking actor? Let's just go off the rails a little bit. What if this Corey kid is an actor playing Michael Myers in this movie being made about it, but he starts to fucking, I don't know. That's where your
Christine, yeah,
because he really gets into the character. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like maybe he really does get into this.
Yeah, because a lot of people pointed out they felt like that was a role play of some sort or something like that. Well,
so then maybe in doing so, while Laurie's filming this movie, this is when Allison meets this kid, and then they kind of hook up, and this is where it starts to flow a little bit. Look, man,
because a lot of people pointed out that he kind of looks like Tony Moran, which I could see that. I could see it a little bit.
You know what he looks like to me in the picture that I first saw? He kind of looks like a young William Ragsdale from Fright Night.
Yeah,
Charlie. He looks like Charlie Brewster a little bit. You know. So this one
it's all kind of interesting. I mean, it's all
there's so many different takes you can, you know. So this one says, I have a theory of how Halloween ends will end. This shot pertaining to Michael, I can't read my own fucking writing then. Oh, so okay, what this dude is basically talking about in this opening thing is, remember the shot of Michael from 78, obviously standing at the end of his driveway or on the lawn there, and the parents show up. We talked about that. Yeah. And then there's the shot of him from Kills that they showed where he's standing on the lawn.
And Loomis is behind him.
Yeah, and he freezes. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is the picture I want to paint.
Tableau or whatever they're talking about.
Yeah. So this is what I want to kind of, that's the picture I want to paint before we go into this. All right. So you all know they mimicked the shot of the original Halloween cold open. I think after Michael tragically gives a final end to Laurie, we'll find him standing on the front lawn of his house, where Allison will finally be the one to unload a clip into his head, which someone should have done a long time ago. I disagree with that, just saying. Makes sense? What do you guys think? This particular shot of his front lawn seems to be cause for him to some sort of psychosomatic paralysis. We'll talk about that. That's why he didn't attack his parents in the original and why he didn't make a move on any of the cops and Kills. That's just a theory. All right, here's the thing. He was a 6-year-old kid in the original Halloween, he wasn't looking to kill his parents. He
Right.
killed his sister, and he was himself shocked at what he just did.
Yeah.
You could see it on his face, you know.
Mhm.
The fact that he didn't make a move and kills, taking back to 78, basically, that man isn't stupid. He knows that he's got about 30, 40 cops on his ass. He ain't gonna make it off that lawn if he moves.
No,
So
because according to what they're telling us, despite his ability to do extraordinary things, he's still a human that can be killed. So if you do unload a clip into his head, which certainly one of those cops would have done, at this point, he's dead.
Dr. Loomis would have done it.
That's what he was planning on. Yeah. So
Loomis knew that regardless, he's been saying it forever. He's got to die. That's the thing. You got to kill him. You know. And that's, you know.
And again, the freezing isn't a paralysis thing. We've discussed this before. No. It's a film making technique that they use in movies where it's not actually him freezing. All the actors stop, and it's just something they do. It's kind of a weird thing, but Carpenter used it in the 1978 film, and the use of it again in Kills for the flashback scene was just a nod to him and how he did that. That's all that was.
Absolutely. Yep, 100%. Now, I don't know if this is legit. I did send it to you, but there is a cast listing that is somewhat updated, I guess you can call it, minus the fact that Judy Greer is still part of the cast, but still. In this, though, which I found really interesting, that's why I sent it to you.
Yeah,
is a picture of Will Wheaton. If you don't know the actor, I'll post him up, and he's listed as Deputy Frank Hawkins.
So either that's legit, a typo or there's more flashback scenes.
Right.
But I've heard nothing about flashback scenes. Nobody said it.
I haven't heard anything about that either.
And we're one test screening in two different movies apparently.
Yeah. Now this would, because Will Wheaton himself would probably at this point be in his later 40s. So this would be a Hawkins much more aged as opposed to 78. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see, or maybe again, like you said, maybe it was a typo and maybe he is a deputy, but just not, maybe his name is Frank something else. I don't know.
Hard to say.
So I got this, and I got to read it to you. This came out from Jamie Lee Curtis. We had talked about, if you remember in our last video, we talked about interviews. Well, we got one.
Yeah.
And Jamie Lee Curtis says the final shot of Laurie Strode will have people losing their minds. Add that on to pissing us off.
What in the hell does that mean? See, none of this makes.
I'm gonna read it to you. She says, well, you know, endings are a bitch. And endings are very difficult to do in a very satisfying way. She also says, the last shot filmed was part of a night shoot, and I was in a car. It was close up of me in the car, and when we got out of the car, it was 4:30 in the morning. And there was a picture of my face on the screen, and I realized that was the last image. And I lost my damn page. Sorry, because I went over and wrote it on different things. Sorry. That's the last image of Laurie Strode after 44 years of portraying her. Isn't that amazing? And it felt very satisfying. I think people are going to lose their minds. I don't even know how you... Maybe Christine in the car is driving her away. I don't know. Maybe they take the route of the Nightmare on Elm Street ending. So Laurie's in the car, and maybe she's going away, you know, and Allison's like watching,
waving, and then Michael comes out with a knife through the door,
and then and pulls her through the door, exactly. And then like, yeah, dude, there it is. You know, we're combining everything at this point.
Let's do it. She's driving away Christine.
Yeah, it's an interesting comment from her because I don't know how to take that. That's the last shot of Laurie Strode herself. So, okay, maybe that's the last shot we see before she dies. Maybe that's the last shot we see after she kills Michael Myers. It's really up in the air right now.
Yeah.
Maybe they do it and they go balls to the wall like that, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. And we think that Laurie gets away and then bam, her fucking head goes flying off. You know, who knows, dude?
Right.
Or maybe he sits up in the backseat of that car and fucking stabs her like, you know. There's so many different scenarios you could take out of that. And who knows really what's going to happen. She's just saying for her, seeing her face on that screen for the last time after 44 years of playing that character, we're going to lose our minds when we see this. The things that we just came up with are things that I feel like that would make me lose my mind. if she's in that fucking car, then bam, he fucking dude, I'm all for it. You know,
Possible.
who knows at this point? I who the fuck knows, dude? Maybe her last shot in this car is let's go back to some stuff that people have been talking about for quite some time. That maybe she wakes up from this fucking thing and she's being carted off to the motherfucking asylum or something.
Right.
Who the hell knows, dude? Who really fucking knows?
And maybe,
you know?
just maybe, Danielle Harris bursts out of her stomach, looks at the crowd and says, "Here's Jamie," and then begins berating everybody as Halloween ends, flashes across the screen, and that's the end of the movie.
I'm going to take it one step further. You know what the end of the fucking movie is?
What's that?
She's sitting in the back of the goddamn ambulance from Halloween 2, and Jimmy pops up.
That would be some shit.
Wouldn't that be some shit, dude?
That would be shit.
Like, yeah, wouldn't that be some crazy shit right there?
That would be some shit.
It just, I agree with what the dude said in the statement about
almost tying in every timeline.
Yeah.
Making every timeline canon at that point.
I agree with what the dude said. It's so much fun to
all we need is Doctor Strange to pop in.
Oh no! Please don't do the multiverse of. Oh no!
The multiverse of Michael Myers. Michael's multiverse.
Well, yeah, that's that'd be interesting. I think
you're speechless.
I'm really trying to think of how. You know what? We have had people do talk about the fact that we're gonna get Michael and Jason and Freddy and Ghostface and Chucky and Leprechaun. We might as well bring them all together.
Yeah, let's do it all.
So I have this theory here that I thought was interesting. Of course, this is the Corey theory once again. My prediction on how Corey becomes copycat. Anyone who watched the trailer knows there's a copycat. And the description Blumhouse wrote mentioning this Corey character, he plays a big role in Ends. Anyways, Corey is obsessed with Michael. He goes looking for him, finds Michael underground feeding on rats and garbage. Poor bastard, he smells like shit. He's eating rats and garbage. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Myers sees him and goes to try to kill him. Seen in the trailer being choked. This is where they think that that's him being choked in the trailer. He hits him in the head with a weapon, thinking he's dead, steals his mask. Corey goes on a killing spree, making the town of Haddonfield go in full panic mode. But Corey will have another run-in with unmasked Myers at some point that won't go his way.
He wants his mask back.
Right. Probably when Corey enters Laurie's house, Myers gets his mask back, and we get the kitchen fight showdown between Michael and Laurie. We probably only get 20 to 30 minutes of real Michael, but if they can pull it off, it can still be a great movie. Now, let me just say that, again, a few months ago, I would have been super pissed about this whole copycat thing because I want Michael Myers, let's be honest. That's what everybody wants. So I would have been mad about that. But after seeing the trailer and all these different theories and all the different stuff come out about it, I'm actually okay with this storyline.
Yeah.
It's actually really interesting.
It's going to be tough to pull off, but it's different, and I'm excited about something different. And I like this idea of a copycat. I think it's cool. I've thought about it before, so it's interesting that they might be going that route.
Yeah.
I
think as long as they give us some kind of something of where and why Michael.
And here's the thing. It could be cool because they say that the movie is very stock heavy. Like, if they have this guy going around basically recreating what happened in 1978 in the way he's doing it, it just could be cool. I mean, and then to find out that it's really not Michael, and it's this dumbass Corey kid the whole time. And now, not only has he gone and killed a bunch of people, now he's brought the real Predator out.
Right.
Back into the light. Like,
telling you, man.
He himself might be worse than Michael.
Right. Somehow he's got a little TV down there in the sewer and it's on the news.
Yeah. Or he hears it on the radio. Yeah.
Well,
there is a radio tower. There's a radio tower involved at some point.
Bingo. There it is. There it is, man. Notorious killer Michael Myers back in Haddonfield, and he's like, oh wait, nobody fucking called me,
Yeah.
so he's ready to go back and fuck some people up,
Right.
Maybe that is your radio tower. Maybe that is. Who knows, dude?
Hey.
There's so many different things you could say and think about, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of different things, and who knows where they all fit.
And I know damn well this is only going to be the first time that we actually sit and break stuff down because we're going to see more stuff. Things. So we got several months more of this shit.
Definitely, we're going to have a clearer picture as time moves on.
Oh yeah. So I know it is your favorite time and my favorite time of
everybody's favorite time.
Yes, it is comment time.
Real quick, this is David Irwin. We mentioned him on the other video. Here's the first comment he left for us. He says, "Hey guys, great discussion. I'm from Dublin, Ireland, and in my native language, Samhain just means November. Halloween in Irish is Oichi Shamha. I don't even know how to pronounce that, which means the eve of November.
Well, I can't say synopsis, so it's cool.
But when Christianity came to Ireland, their culture got integrated with pagan Celtic culture. November 1st became All Hallows Day, All Saints Day, and October 31st became All Hallows Eve, or Hallowed Evening, Halloween. Sorry about the boring lecture, but some fans of the franchise might like it. Not boring at all.
No, I thought that was actually really cool.
Yeah, very interesting. I'm like super Irish myself. I know this because my sister did a one of those DNA tests, and it turns out like we were basically just all Irish. But
so you're Colonel Cochran over there, huh?
Yeah, maybe, but I unfortunately don't live in Dublin. I live in Youngstown. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, I dug that.
Joel Phelan says, this trailer has me hyped up. October 14th can't come quick enough. I'm sure am going to miss the David Gordon Green trilogy because whether you liked or hated them, they put a 45-year-old franchise back on track. Yeah, and that's kind of what we were saying earlier.
Yeah, they really did.
Talking about the trailer being leaked and released early, Multiverse director said, yo, seriously, this happened last year when Universal Studios sent the trailer to movie theaters and an employee had access and released the entire Halloween Kills trailer. And then it happened again this year with Halloween Ends. That 6 seconds could have spoiled Michael or Laurie's demise. We'll have to find out when Halloween Ends appears in October. Let's see here. Eric Peralta says, great show, guys. Found out my sister saw one of the Halloween Ends versions and got me even more hyped. Said the movie was solid, and she's not even a Halloween fanatic, which is awesome to hear. That is good news.
Yeah, because we talked about that before. A lot of the times when they invite people for that, they're normally not fans of the movies.
Yeah.
So to hear that someone that isn't liked it, that's good for us.
Right, exactly. So hopefully, and obviously, again, two versions of the movie circulating,
Right. Hopefully it sounds like she saw the good one, though.
Yeah, that's what it does sound like. But she could be one of the 5 people out of 500 that like the bad one. Who knows?
Right. You never know, man.
Matt Kreider says, Dave has talking about Dave McCrae, because we mentioned something he had posted about the trailer leaking. Dave has very strong opinions that a 1-day early leak would have been fine. My only issue is going to the reason I stopped watching is that he thinks he knows how every fan thinks. He told me that if Danielle Harris came back, it would be the expectation that she's Jamie. He couldn't get it through his head that people just wanted to see Jamie Lee Curtis and Danielle, I'm guessing Harris, in the same movie. He told me I was wrong, so I'm guessing this guy must have. Oh boy, Rebecca.
Yeah. So general consensus of the whole thing was I'm assuming in a comment probably thought, hey man, this is what I think.
I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
My computer's dying. I don't want to lose us.
Oh, well, you're good. So basically what the dude was, saying was like, he gave an opinion to Dave and Dave didn't like it and pretty much shot him down and only feels that only his opinions matter. I don't know the dude personally. I think I've watched maybe 1 or 2 of his videos, so I'm not going to knock the guy, but I will say here, everybody's opinion matters. We're not going to say that, it's dumb for this. Yeah, I've said some of the theories have been kind of out of the loop and stuff, but some of them have been, and you've heard some of them. They're a little crazy. But man, everybody can have their own opinion here, whether it's good, bad, whatever. If you disagree with us, that's fine too. So yeah, man, I kind of feel bad that dude got treated like that, but at the same time, thanks for the comment, and we appreciate it. And hopefully we'll have more fun here, where your opinion actually does matter. So yeah.
You might have to edit that out.
Oh no, you're good, dude. It's good. I talked through the whole thing. So
all right. No,
I talked about the guy's comment. So we're good.
Note to self. Might have to leave that plugged in next time.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, I did that when I was editing one time, and I almost lost my whole edit. I was like, oh God, no.
In response to our, we would have lost 2 videos if that would have died. We would have lost them because they got to, Anyway.
That's true.
1986 Cochran, which is one of the ATG and AT guys, says, LOL, Alan is hammered. I was. That was in response to our Halloween Ends initial trailer reaction. I had a few. So, yeah, definitely. It translated. I tried my best to subdue it, but it was hard.
Dude, you know what was funny, though? Like, you were still knowledgeable about the shit we were talking about.
Well, that's good. So, I was hyped. I was also hyped, too. Yeah. So, it was like, I'm hyped up. I'm,
You sobered yourself up with the hypeness of the Halloween.
I did. So I did. Cool. And then I went and slept. Let's see. Skate Tune says, I hope Michael takes Karen's headstone and fucks with it in one scene like he did with Judas. He might. Keith says,
hey, well, there you go. Then I guess Karen would be in the movie then, right?
Maybe.
There you go.
Keith says you can tell that's not Michael Myers in the POV shot. Yeah, absolutely. We discussed that. Tons of clues in the trailer. Yeah, and after you watch it, they're like I said, obviously a lot comes alive. If you watch it fast, you miss a lot of stuff, which is but.
You know what Tony said too, and I thought it was kind of cool, and he's right. Like he said, the house reminds him a lot of the Carruthers house from Halloween 4.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
And it kind of does have that look to it,
Keith also says, I agree with Dave on the trailer leak and to have a code. I just don't agree with him saying it's just Halloween and we're a small fandom. F that, we are bigger than Dave knows or will admit. Not comparing to fucking Marvel or DC should, but Halloween is huge. I like Dave, but I can do without the snippy Halloween fandom talk. Dave's he's one of those, I disagree that we're a small fandom. Obviously, look at what's going on the internet. Look how much,
I said it while you were plugging in the laptop and stuff. My biggest thing is, man, I don't know the dude personally. I've maybe watched a handful of his videos, like I said, while you were gone. But for him to knock people and like, treat them like shit because their theories or their speculations don't match his. Hey man, we all have our own opinions,
Yeah.
Here you're allowed to have that, and I said that while you were gone too. So anything you say, whether good, bad, you can disagree with us, and we're not gonna fight you on it.
Right.
It's okay. So don't treat people like shit. And the Halloween fandom is way bigger than what this guy, who's I'm assuming is a Halloween fan, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I'm sure now we're gonna get hate mail from his people, and they're probably gonna say we were talking shit about him. I'm personally not talking shit about the dude.
No, I like his stuff. I like his channel. But
if you're talking about Halloween, then you're obviously part of that fandom also.
Right.
Right.
And the dude's built his channel in large part around Halloween. So I don't know where you're coming up. We're a small fandom. Hey, whatever. It is what it is. But I just disagree. Yeah. We're not the biggest. No, but we're not small. Two more real quick.
All
right. Legendary Super Shannon says, quotes me at 3858, or quotes one of us. It didn't give too much away. Talking about the trailer, it says it actually revealed far more than most people are seemingly catching on to. Let me explain. And then, of course, I didn't really I didn't read a lot of the details here, but he gives his theory on what he picked up from the trailer. And it's, could be, I guess, could be spoilers, but anyway. Yeah, after watching the trailer, basically, we did pick up on a lot of different things. Potential spoilers. Who knows, though? Right now it's just speculation. And speaking of speculation, Dom Kennedy Harris says 2 shapes, Corey's gets killed, real Michael moves on, and it sounds more and more like that's where we're headed with it. That there's
possibly
Corey's shape and Michael Myers' shape, and obviously one is the real deal, and the other one's what
pinky,
you may call
pinky finger shape too. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah, last I checked, Michael's not a Don in the Mafia wearing a pinky finger. So,
dude, maybe he's like the Don of like the underworld now because he's under the sewers and shit. Maybe the little rats are kissing his hand. You know, who knows, dude? Who knows what's going on, man?
Lots of comments I didn't get to. Sorry, guys, if I didn't get to you. It's just there's like a lot. So
we'll get to them though.
We will, and keep commenting, and always fun, always good stuff. So that's all I got for
now. Until we come up with 1,000 more, we're going to.
Yes, we will. Probably 10 minutes after this post.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be sending you shit back and forth.
Yeah.
But until then, we want you to follow us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and anywhere else we pop up. And also, come and join in on this horror talk with us on
Reddit. Yeah.
It's just me and Alan right now. We're sending shit. We're having
fun. We're gonna keep going though.
Oh yeah.
Some of these people are probably listening to this being like, man, I like the channel, but I'm so getting tired of hearing about this damn Reddit.
But hey man, come and talk to us.
It lives up to the hype.
If you're tired of hearing about the Reddit, sign up real quick, just to post and tell us fuck you and then leave. It's okay. Right. At least you were there. You know?
And we'll just be happy somebody else posted.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So yeah, we will see you very soon because
I think more lots of Halloween. Apparently I have to run out the door and take my kid to track. So
nice.
I'll see you guys.
Later, guys.
Fans, check out and follow the Horror Guys. You can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/The Horror Guys. On Twitter, Horror Guys 21, that's HORRORGUYS 21. On YouTube, The Horror Guys. And also on Spotify, search for The Horror Guys.